This is a brief video, I think, on upleveling or upgrading. And this is not a push button, and this is not a superficial appearance. Although one can use their appearance as though they are on a trajectory to becoming more of their self. So be careful not to get stuck on just the appearance of it, but the withinness journey. So the picture I got here is of that journey. So it appears as we're born into a physical form that you would think the bigger role of the soul is that in the energy of us, we have the physical platform, we have the creativity within, we have the solar plexus. This is all in expansion as we learn of our chakra consciousness and up level. Just of our consciousness. Chakras are the vortices, part of the oneness design for our embodiment, yes. So, up-leveling is soul value. So when you go through the world and you up-level, say in a new job, you up-level to a new course, you know, you are bettering, you are expanding, you're doing these things. But there's also a soul journey going on. And this is what we're cracking open now. And the points to take notice of is at each level and divine dimensional speed, which is access to the wider realm, the wider dimensions, the moreness going on, not just the person in a new role has expanded to new responsibilities or is in a new dimension, like a new environment, new space, and life is expanding and they are in that. Yes, of course. But also there's going to be points come along that only you can take notice of and only you can participate in, and only you will know if it keeps calling you, and it's got to have your focus. It's got to have your attention, which can look completely different to say what we've done most of our life, or for a good period of our life, or for our particular environments in life. Our soul path might call us somewhere completely different. And the way you know that is that no one else can do your path, and your path shouldn't be kept as a whisper. So your interior world shouldn't be kept as a whisper. So they are signs that you will feel at your chest and your throat chakra, and you might even get physical signs there that say, and even at your solar plexus with your discomfort and wanting to break into, like, out of a barrier and into something else. But then we go back to, no, human existence is just like this. I'm expected to be just like this. This is really what it is. All that other stuff, shush, I have to silence, didn't really happen. Yeah, I just felt it, no big thing. la-di-da, get on with life, and then you're called again. So only you are gonna know and go with that expanded flow. So when I say up-leveling, I wanted the clear picture of it's the expansion, up-leveling of our consciousness. So still on earth. It's not out there far away for special someones who can float up there and reach it. It is our up-leveling, so call it expansion, but it is definitely an up-leveling. Mean a lot of the time it's going to be a shift. So you're going to shift either people's perspective, one person, a group, massiveness, or you're going to shift something in your own awareness, which is going to shift heaps on the outside. There's going to be a shift because it's soul, it's energy, it's beyond what we reason with and what we think. So it can blow your whole world apart, yeah, you know, which is we're entering this new world. I think that is all I wanted to say. And I'll just add one note that we are used to pulling things apart to find answers. Now, as long as we don't deconstruct something, that speaks to the necessary whole. So sometimes, like with medicine, they can pull apart the plant, find a particular constituent and say, well, this is good for that, right? So it'll be in capsules, it'll be in, not the beautiful herbal in its wholeness, not herbal medicine, a constituent of the plant. Medical research can sometimes do this, where they'll create the prescription medicine, but what it is essentially doing is taking a piece from the whole. Now, if it works well, and it's something that's on a temporary basis, good, okay, yeah, that helps with some kind of mild ailment or condition, all right? But if it's like you're pulling apart the whole, you want to copy synthetically the makeup of the chemical constituents that were found, don't separate it too much and think you're onto a miracle. Okay, because essentially what you've done is taken nature and played around with it. So just keep in mind, nature is an essential, organic, gorgeous, expansive, ever-evolving whole. And we aren't to pull that apart. We're to really use internal eyes looking at the wholeness of it, that it operates well on its own, which is kind of like what we do to the planet with all the mental baggage and bondage we hold onto in the energy field, and we wonder why there is airwaves and constriction causing certain disharmony and upheaval, because she's organic and she's fine, wonderful and beautiful, and we become energetic heaviness on the surface, okay? And the magnetics of the planet and the beauty of her constituents is she can assist and release, but we're the ones walking around holding on to stuff like it's so important. So don't separate yourself from the whole, and try to take things or use things in their most natural form. So too, I needed to use the scientific view, because we pull apart life sometimes and separate it, like become different people or different masks, or just think we can't relax and learn to be ourselves. A stabilization in the nervous system, both nervous systems, the underlying one that helps support all the functioning, and then the one on the surface receiving the exterior stimulation and taking that in, and then it's all like shaky and we blame something and take something. Prescription. So like the earth, we take care of her. We take care of ourselves. So don't pull it apart too much. Try not to take too much out of it, and just make sure you're giving back and giving out like she does. My main reason for doing that diagram and talking about this is because we're at that stage on the planet where that is the shift. The souls are coming online, and it's solar and golden in many ways of highest light. And so you too have to bring forth and notice when you could be holding yourself back, trying to fit in like status quo, trying to fit in acceptance. But the true acceptance is we're listening within and we're supporting each other's growth. Solar, golden. God bless everyone. Peace, love, and light.